It was definitely overwhelming going from Singapore to Vietnam, but the hostel I stayed at were doing a free walking tour, so I went on the tour and it was really good. Our guide was really informative. He took us down this little alleyway in the middle of a street somewhere to this coffee shop, and it was the nicest coffee I've ever had in my life. It was honestly, it was like liquid crack. But I'd have never known about this coffee shop if it wasn't for our tour guide, so that was really cool. Then our group sort of went off and did a bit of exploring on our own. We went to the train, I think it's Train Street, but it's basically where, as you can see, the train comes down and you have all these cafes and little shops. I think it's mostly cafes right next to the track. It's the perfect Instagram spot. You have people selling things, and everybody gets like the tables and chairs in really quickly so that the train doesn't hit anything. It's definitely worth seeing if you're in Hanoi. Me and a friend then went to the Ho Chi Minh Museum, which was actually really weird. So it had a lot of Ho Chi Minh's things that he had on him, like uniforms and tools and all things like that. But I don't know, it was just such a weird museum. A lot of things were in either Vietnamese or French, so it was kind of hard to read everything, and everything kind of seemed like not in a chronological order, so it was kind of weird to get the gist of things, but yeah, it was pretty cool. I didn't go to the mausoleum though. I think I just didn't have time to go because you had to go pretty early in the morning. Next, I arranged a trip with my hostel to Ninh Binh, and yeah, as you can see, the streets are just absolutely insane. People are trying to get places with like huge baskets full on bikes, and it's just absolutely crazy. It's insane. So the coach trip from Hanoi to Ninh Binh, I think it was about 3 hours, maybe 2 or 3 hours, so it's not that far really. We just went for the day, so it's definitely doable to just go for the day. Again, we had a guide and he took us around the temples of Ninh Binh, told us lots of information. It's just a shame that it was so cloudy, but it was a nice break from how hot it was. Today I arranged a tour with the hostel to Ninh Binh. We're going to a couple of temples first, we're doing some kayaking a little bit later, we've got a lunch planned. What else? I can't remember what else, but we've got quite a few activities. They sound really fun. I'm just at the first temple at the moment. It's really beautiful, and thank God it's nice and cool here because I can't deal with the humidity anymore. It was really nice as well because it wasn't overly crowded, so you could kind of go at your own pace. This place is ridiculously photogenic. I keep losing my group because I just want to take pictures all the time and film everything. So this was Tam Coc, that's probably like about maybe a 20-minute drive away from Ninh Binh, and included in the trip was this ride down the river. So we had a boat driver and yeah, as you can see, they steer with their feet with the oars. It was so weird. I've never seen it before, but the scenery here was absolutely incredible. It was so nice.
What's that?
Everywhere I looked, I just wanted to film or take a picture. The caves were really, really cool too. A little scary as well, definitely.
Good.
And then after the boat trip down the river, we hired bikes, and a few of us went up to this temple that was it was like kind of built into the hill. I can't remember how old these were, but they are really, really old, as you can tell. So we had to go through this kind of like cave tunnel sort of thing that were full of bats that you might be able to hear. But yeah, it was pitch black as well. You got what? What's that? Scared? Why? Why do you not like them? And we made it to the top. So I was back in Hanoi for a day, I think. Whoa, I look old. This is not a good look. I'm currently at the Hanoi prison, which is also known as the Hilton Hotel, also known as Heartbreak Hotel, I think they've just said on the audio guide. It's a prison where when the French invaded, the revolutionists got put here, and also when the Americans came, any planes that were shot down, the pilots would be kept here also. This museum was really, it was hard to walk around and listen to what had been going on within the places that you were standing. You couldn't imagine the things that people had gone through, and yeah, it felt really creepy as well, especially in some of the prison cells. You could definitely feel some kind of presence almost. But yeah, it's just horrific what the people who were in there went through. But also it was good to learn what had happened as well, because apart from hearing things from my boyfriend, who's a bit of a history buff, I had no idea about what the Vietnamese suffered at the hands of the French and the Americans. And also some Americans were captured and put into the prison too during the Vietnam War. Okay, first time trying egg coffee. It's not spicy. Oh my god, that's so nice. That's very nice. I've had an amazing time in Hanoi. It's not been my favourite city, but I've seen a lot, I've done a lot. I went to Ninh as part of a trip and it was incredible. I went to Tam Kok, that was also in the Ninh trip. and it was absolutely amazing. I went to the prison museum yesterday and that was really, really hard to see, but it's just one of them places where I think everybody should go to learn some history so that these things don't happen again. Today I'm going to Cat Bath and I'm really excited. I just got picked up from the hostel. I was expecting the coach to come, but no, there's a guy on a bike and all like piled on my rucksack and everything, and off we went. So I'm just waiting for the bus now, and yeah, let's go to Cat Bath.